Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Beards and Scrubs. So today is a little bit more serious of a conversation that I want to have with y'all. And if you're a pre-med out there or a pre-med watching this video is specifically for you. So pay attention. Over the past couple weeks, I've been talking with friends and colleagues at other medical schools, and it's got me spurred thinking of what's kind of the best advice that I could give a pre-med student right now in their path to medical school. And listening to what's going on at other medical schools, I've been hearing stories of classmates, of other individuals that unfortunately, once they get to medical school, they figure out that medical school isn't for them and that they have to drop out, and they realize that this isn't the lifestyle that they want. And so I can only think what could have been done to prevent that and to prevent people from spending all this time, all this hard work, getting to medical school and then figuring out, man, I need to do something else with my life. That gets me to the advice that I want to give you as a pre-med student is that please, 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 please do your due diligence in figuring out what a doctor is. And not only that, but I think what's most important when you shadow your physicians is not only figuring out what is it like to be a doctor, but more importantly, what it's like to become a doctor, the path to becoming a doctor. Because it's so important to know what it's like to go through medical school, what it's like to be an intern, what it's like to be a resident, the long hours of studying, being away from your family and loved ones. These are all aspects of medical school and becoming a doctor that are so important, almost more important than actually the end result of being a doctor. And so I feel like the people that, if you just look at the glamorous, portrayals of being a doctor through Grey's Anatomy or any medical TV drama, or you look at these attendings that almost just seem to know everything and are just supernatural figures in the hospital. If you just look at that at face value, sometimes it hides the difficult path to becoming a physician, and then you don't want to get to medical school and realize, whoa, I was not expecting this. What's also super important about this is it almost doubles down your conviction of going to medical school. If you talk to your physicians that you're shadowing or people that you know that are health professionals, and you ask about the pathway to becoming a doctor and the process of becoming a doctor, and you know that early on, when you get to medical school, you're like doubled down in becoming a physician because you already understand that it's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult. You have your mindset ready and focused, and you're prepared. Versus individuals that aren't aware of this and they go, well, yeah, okay, I've heard it's hard, but I don't actually know. And they get there and it's almost like they're hit with a baseball bat right when they first start their classes. So it better prepares you, whether you're a pre-med or really anything else in life. If you can look at the process of getting to where you want to be, the process of being a professional athlete, the process of being a CEO of a company or anything, if you look at the process and you say, this is what I want, that doubles down your conviction and helps you on the pathway to that. I think the biggest thing about this too is understanding that it's not a one-man show getting to medical school. Some people think, well, I take my MCAT, I do my studying, I get my GPA, and then I go to medical school. Unfortunately, that's not the case. If you take a step back and see how much your family has sacrificed for you to go to medical school, how much your friends have sacrificed for you, how much your loved ones have probably sacrificed for you, it becomes so much more important to make sure that the path to medical school is right for you. Now, am I saying that even after doing all this, after doing your due diligence, after asking all the questions, you may get to medical school and say, man, Sean, this really isn't the path for me? Absolutely, that can still happen. But at least you know deep down that you asked all the questions, you made the decisions that you thought are best for you in that moment, and then you can walk away from it. So at the end of the day, I'm just trying to prepare you by giving you the questions to ask, to build the conviction, to build the strength so that when you get to medical school, you're prepared in all facets to excel and to be the doctor that you've always wanted to be. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Beards and Scrubs. If you liked what you saw in this episode, hit the subscribe button below and give us a thumbs up. If there's anything else that you want to see on future episodes, leave it in the comment box below, and I hope to see you on the next episode. Bye.